Ladies and gentlemen, two different reactions to two different types of protest. Let's talk about it, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. Sorry, I'm recovering from this cold. I am recovering though. I'm on demand. It is what it is. I'm getting there. So we have two different types of protest. We have what's been reported to be a very peaceful protest, and what's already a very violent protest. Let me read you these two articles. Canadian trucker protests on Ambassador Bridge ending as police follow through on emergency order. Dozens of police moved in on the Ambassador Bridge Saturday to ensure truckers left the area. By Audrey Conklin, Fox News. Canadian police on Saturday morning executed orders to remove a convoy of truck drivers protesting vaccine mandates and COVID-19 restrictions, though some protesters expressed intentions to stay. Ontario Premier Doug Ford on Friday declared a state of emergency in response to the ongoing blockade at Ambassador Bridge connecting Detroit to Windsor, Ontario, and protesting on Ottawa, Ontario, against coronavirus restrictions. Quote, the Windsor Police and its policing partners have commenced enforcement at and near the Ambassador Bridge, the Windsor Police Department Saturday said. Quote, we urged all demonstrators to act lawfully and peacefully. Commuters are still being asked to avoid the areas affected by the demonstrations at this time. Dozens of police in yellow safety vests moved in on the Ambassador Bridge Saturday to ensure truckers left the area after Ford's declaration. Around 11 a.m. Wednesday, Windsor Police said enforcement measures were continuing and that individuals who are located within the demonstration area are subject to arrest. People are advised to leave immediately evacuate the area, the department tweeted. Officers moved in place around 8:45 a.m. local time, directing protesters to clear the bridge, according to the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Probably should be the Chinese Broadcast Corporation because they're acting just like the communist dictatorship of China. Just saying, just gonna throw it out there. Reporters also noted that police brought several armed vehicles and that law enforcement had formed a blockade. One protester told Fox 2 Detroit that some demonstrations are staying for their rights, saying, we're not just walking out after this. Quote, we've gone around and policed ourselves. We've said there's no way anybody intends to get violent, he said. Another protester told the outlet, it'll be peaceful. We're Canadians. We're not going to fight the police. Protesters had stayed on the bridge through Friday evening into Saturday morning. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation News reported. Do you think I care? Do you think I care about a fine? When protesters said, according to the outlet, I'm going to pay a fine? No. You think I care about that mandates? No, this needs to end. Once Ontario Mayor Drew Dilkins said in a statement Friday he was disappointed an injunction had to be sought to get protesters a legal occupation of the Ambassador Bridge to move. I remain hopeful for a peaceful and negotiated resolution to the current blockade, he said. I don't care what the rest of what he said was. It's all bullshit. Let's go on to the next one, shall we? Minneapolis rioters vandalized buildings, blocked traffic after a mirror lock death. Spray painted buildings, Rita Mirlock, Winston Smith, and destroyed MPD. Rioters in Minneapolis, I'm not even going to read it. I'm not even going to read it. It's ridiculous. Here we go again. Basically, what I wanted to say, I read that first article, and the illness hasn't quite left, so I'm still a little under the weather. I just didn't have the ability to read the second one. But if you want, please go find it for yourself. You already know what's going to happen. Maxine Waters is going to come out abolish the police. And you're going to get the squad and AOC and Rashida Tlaib. You know what, though? I wanted to show you the difference. The Canadian government, Justin Trudeau, was talking about sending the military in to remove the trucker convoy. They were out there in bouncy castles playing with their kids. Yet, these same feckless leaders, and I keep telling you, I keep saying it, and nobody's listening. Well, you're listening. But other than you, nobody's listening. They have no stake in this game. Rashida Tlaib has no stake in the crime rate. She doesn't care. She's just going to hire private security with all her newfound wealth. Same for AOC and that bitch Ilhan Omar, Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi. They have no stake in this. So they're going to go out and support this new protest. And I get the our mayor rights thing. And as a Second Amendment supporter, he had every right to have his firearm, to sleep with it. He could have strapped it on top of his head if he wanted to. That's his Second Amendment right. So I understand. Same time, we can't support one protest and not support the other. Justin Trudeau came out and called these people white supremacists. I was going to do this whole big video compilation because I've watched last night hours of video. It's probably why my voice is cracked to death. On the Canadian trucker blockade. And you can see blacks, whites, Mexicans. One of their speakers was Iranian. He was Middle Eastern. But Justin Trudeau comes out and calls them white supremacists. This list they use. Then you have Black Lives Matter and Antifa in the streets of Minneapolis, once again, burning it down. Burning it down. People get tired of this shit. Nobody wants to do this. Damn, I'm looking, I got bags under my eyes. Ooh. But nobody wants to do this. We get it. As long as justice is served, it's okay. It's okay. As a Second Amendment supporter, they violated his Second Amendment rights. It was his right to have that firearm. I said it wholeheartedly without a doubt. No knock warrants are dangerous. We all know that. And I say that knowing my nephew is a cop. I wouldn't want him serving a no knock warrant. But it's just the way the two protests are going to be represented. And on CNN, I guarantee you, they're going to say the Minneapolis riots are peaceful, mostly peaceful, a little fiery, but peaceful. Meanwhile, the truckers in Canada who aren't bothering anybody. I even saw a video last night of shop owners going out and thanking the truckers, saying their business hasn't suffered any. Black guy and a white lady. I don't know if they were a couple or what. They're standing together. So I don't know. But anyway, that was over on a Black conservative perspective. So go over and check out his content too. But this is ridiculous. People are tired of this and they don't believe you anymore. It's going to get to the point, which it has before, that if you come to somebody's store to vandalize or burn it down, they're going to leave you lying in the street. Guess what? You deserve to be there. I'm not focused right now. I just wanted to put this out there just to show you the disparity. So like, subscribe, share. As always, especially in these days and times, keep your powder dry. Do what you got to do.